Popular social media superstar, the renowned content creator, the serial risk taker, and undefeated fighter, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul!
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
There's no
good.
That ain't gonna do it.
You're doing really good. All right.
Before the fight was the early rounds could be decisive, and it is quite clear.
Leyenda continúa. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
The fight, Doggy and Everlast, both guys, nothing was left in the corner, nothing.
I just felt flat, man. Not my best performance. I guess that happens in the sport. You know, you got to peak right at the right moment. You only get one night, one chance, and I messed that up, I guess. But didn't think I'd ever have to make one of these videos, but it happens, I guess. This is still the best job in the world. Thank you all for the support. This was an amazing event, and I'll be back. No worries, cuz.
I know there was a lot of talk about him and his power. You took his shots pretty well and you knocked him
No,
down.
his power wasn't that crazy. He just had good speed, good combinations, but Anderson and Tyron hit really hard, so I was used to that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You got to take it on the chin, but it was good. Some good moments in there. I just really couldn't get my game plan working. But hey, man, this is what the sport's all about. You win some in glorious fashion, and you lose some. And like I said out there, judging about my losses, because I think he was just really well prepared, and I think it was more.
With the showdown between Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. just days away, DAZN Boxing dropped an exclusive featuring both fighters and surprise interviews that added fuel to the hype. One voice backing Jake Paul was UFC star Arman Tsarukyan, who called Jake a legend for taking up boxing so late and showing real skill. Tsarukyan said Jake's size and agility shocked him. He moves like a real boxer, hits hard, and has the mindset to prove people wrong this weekend. On paper, it's hard to bet on Jake, but considering Chavez Jr.'s rocky track record, some argue the YouTuber-turned-boxer could actually pull it off. And Tsarukyan isn't the only big name in Jake's corner. Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy himself, also weighed in, with two of his fighters, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez and Floyd Schofield, on the undercard, and the event co-promoted by Golden Boy Promotions. De La Hoya went all in, hyping the card in true Oscar style, stripping down to his underwear while giving his predictions for fight week. He confidently picked his guys to win on the undercard, but when it came to the main event, he stunned fans by backing Jake Paul to beat Chavez Jr. by split decision after 12 hard rounds. So the Jake Paul boxing experiment rolls on. This is his second straight bout against a former world champion, following his safe but massive win over 58-year-old Mike Tyson last November. But Chavez Jr. is number 58-year-old icon. He's 39, still well past his prime, but younger than Jake's last opponent by almost 20 years. Even so, Chavez Jr. has never lived up to his legendary father's legacy and has struggled with discipline, failed drug tests, stints in rehab, and even time behind bars. Despite all that, he's still dangerous, and he made that clear at the final press conference. He didn't hold back, saying, "No, I don't think he's good. He tries, he trains hard, but he's not a good fighter. If he was, everyone else up here would be a legend too. Everybody knows he's not a real boxer. In many ways, Chavez Jr. is the perfect Paul opponent. Jake built his brand beating older athletes, influencers, and retired UFC fighters. He started with fellow YouTuber Anna Songjib, knocked out ex-NBA star Nate Robinson, then strung together wins over MMA veterans like Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, and Anderson Silva. When he finally stepped up to fight a real career boxer, Tommy Fury, he lost a close split decision. Trying to reset, Jake stopped unknown club fighters like Andre August and Ryan Berland in the first round, but the lack of name value killed the buzz. So he went back to familiar territory, facing Mike Tyson in a spectacle that looked more like a light sparring match than a real fight. Now here comes Chavez Jr., who has name value, a real boxing background, and a belt in his past, but he's faded, inconsistent, and smaller than Jake at cruiserweight. For Jake, that's enough to market this as his toughest test yet. Jake, of course, is already selling the dream. He's a great fighter. I love big names, legendary names. He's on my path to a world championship. This is a tough test, a very tough test, but I'm here to challenge myself. Do big things in this sport and make a title run after I beat him. To be fair, Jake did get close to landing a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, until Canelo used him as leverage to lock in a huge deal with Riyadh season. So it's back to business as usual, another opponent who sounds dangerous on paper but fits the same blueprint that's built Jake's brand, older, faded, and just risky enough to make people tune in. The question now is simple. Will Chavez Jr. be the one who finally pushes Jake Paul past his limits, or just the next name in a string of aging fighters that keeps the show rolling and the headlines buzzing? We'll find out soon enough. For the latest updates, inside scoops, and the biggest moments in boxing, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, stay sharp, fight fans.